Hello and welcome to this Excel tips video. I'm Sumit Bansal, and in this video I'm going to show you some really easy formulas to look up and return multiple values in a single cell in Excel. Now the formulas that I'm going to use are only available in Microsoft 365 subscription. So if you're using versions such as 2019 or versions prior to it, then you will not be able to use these formulas. So let's get started. Here I have a list of names and all the training that these people have taken. And what I want to do is have these names here in column D, and then in front of each name, I want to show all the trainings that the person has taken. So for example, if the name is Bob, then in front of Bob, I want to show the trainings such as Excel and then comma PowerPoint in the same cell. Now the first step to do this would be to get a list of unique names in column D. And I can do that using the unique function. So here I would have the unique function, take this range as the array and hit enter. And when I do that, it gives me this list. Now to get all the trainings, I'm not going to use any lookup formulas. I'm only going to use a simple if formula. So let me construct the formula here and I'll explain while I'm doing it. The formula is going to be if this name here is equal to the names in this list. And let me lock this by pressing F4. Now what this does is it checks all these names for the selected value in cell D2. So it is going to give me true for A2, but for A3 it is going to give me false, then for A4 false again, and then for A5 it is going to give me true. So if I select this and I press F9, you'll see that I get an array of trues and falses based on whether the name in the cell is Bob or not. Let me press Ctrl Z to get back the formula. Now, this is my condition, and if the value here is true, then I want to get the name of the training this person has taken. And let me press F4 to lock this. And if the name is not Bob or the name in the selected cell here, which is D2, then I want to get a blank. Now when I hit enter, it gives me this array which has only the names of the trainings that Bob has taken. Now all I need to do is somehow combine these names and show it here in the cell. And to do that, I'm going to use the TEXTJOIN formula. The TEXTJOIN is a new formula that is only available in Excel 2019 and Office 365. So if you're using Excel 2019, you can still use this formula, but you cannot use it if you're using versions prior to it. In the TEXTJOIN formula, the first thing I need to specify is the delimiter. And in this case, my delimiter is going to be comma and space in double quotes. Now I'm using comma and then a space character because I want Excel, comma, then space, and then the next training. And then the next argument here is whether I want to ignore empty cells or not, which is true because I do want to ignore empty cells. And the third argument here is going to be the range or the array that has the values that I want to combine, which in my case is this here. Now instead of using this, so let me first continue with this here and show you that the result here is Excel, comma PowerPoint. But instead of using this range here, I'm going to come here and copy this formula and put it there as part of the TEXTJOIN function. So instead of F2 to F3, I'm going to simply copy this formula here and hit enter. And now I can simply copy this formula to this cell and it is going to give me the result. I can delete everything else here. And I can simply copy this formula down. And you can see instantly it is going to give me all the trainings that each of these people have taken right in the cell next to it. The great thing here is it's a very simple formula, doesn't use any VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP or index match. It uses a very simple if formula with TEXTJOIN. Here again, I have a similar data set with one minor change, that there are repetitions in this data. So you can see there is Bob Excel here and that name and the exact training repeats. So if you have duplicates in your data, then if I use my previous formula here, it is going to give me Excel 2 times because the name and the same training combination repeats multiple times. See what happens if I come here, I copy this formula, I come here and I paste this and I adjust the references. See what happens? It gives me Excel, comma PowerPoint, comma Excel. Now I do not want these repetitions. I only want unique trainings that this person has taken. So let's see how to do that. Again, I would recreate the formula here first. So it would be D2 is equal to these names here. I'll press F4 to lock this. And if this is true, then I want these training names. Again, F4 to lock this. And if this is false, then I want blank. Now you can see it gives me Excel 2 times here. Now, how do I just get Excel once? I can use the unique formula. So here I would use this array, and it gives me only Excel and PowerPoint. It removes the other one, which is a duplicate. So instead of using this reference, which is F2 and the dynamic array in F2, I'm going to use this formula here. And you can see now it gives me Excel and PowerPoint. Now all I need to do is use the TEXTJOIN function on this one. So I have TEXTJOIN. My delimiter here would be comma, space, in double quotes. I'm going to ignore empty cells, and that is it. Now when I hit enter, it gives me the right result. I can put this formula here, remove everything else, and I can copy this formula down. And you can see instantly it gives me all the trainings that these people have taken in case they have taken the training multiple times, let's say on multiple occasions, or it's a data entry issue. These training names would not repeat. So all we have done is used a really simple if formula along with TEXTJOIN to get all the lookup values in a single cell separated by commas. If you want to use some other delimiter, such as let's say the pipe symbol or characters such as ampersand, then you can do that as well. That's it in this video. I hope you found this useful. Also, if you're liking these videos, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and click on the bell icon so that you never miss out on any new Excel tips video I come up with. Thank you and have a nice day.